Welcome, it's Lisa with Swifty Travels, and today we're at the Coronado Historic Site. This is just north of Albuquerque in the town of Bernalillo along the Rio Grande. Here's a little background. Coronado was a 16th century explorer who was serving as governor in New Spain, which is now Mexico. He had heard of the 7 cities of gold, and in 1540 he set off on an expedition to find it with 500 soldiers and 2,000 indigenous allies. During this time, he entered the Rio Grande Valley, somewhere near this site. This area was first settled around 1325 AD and was occupied by approximately 1,200 people when Coronado arrived. Conflict with Coronado and later Spanish explorers led to the abandonment of this site within a century of its first contact. Today, the descendants of the people live in the surviving Tiwa-speaking villages of Taos, Bacura, Sandia, and Isleta. If you know more information about the Pueblo Indians that are descendants of the Kuaua tribes, I would love to hear from you. Now, what's interesting is you think there's a lot of history here about Coronado, but this is truly the home of the Kuaua Pueblo Indians. In the 1930s, they came here excavating, looking for evidence of Coronado's conquest through the area. And they found a Kiva. This was a historical site, and they found over 1,200 rooms by the Kuaua people that lived here. Now, it wasn't until about 5 years ago that they actually found evidence of the conquistadors in this area. So it's a shame they still call it the Coronado site, because it really is the home, the ancient ruins of the Kuaua Pueblo. As of March 2022, it's open Wednesdays through Monday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It is closed on Tuesdays, and it's $7 a person. The Visitor Center includes information about the local flora and fauna, information about the Spanish explorers, and their award-winning archaeology programs. We went ahead and joined in on the guided tour to learn more about this area.
They all speak it here, but nobody else speaks it. And then there's a group of languages called the Kiva Toan, which Kiowa we know, are Plains Indians, right? And the Toan languages here are Tiwa, Tewa, Toa. And the people in Hema speak Toa. Nobody else speaks Toa. The people who came here originally were Tiwa speakers, T-I-W-A speakers. And there's Kiva speakers here, and then Taos is Kiva, and in between then you have the Tewa, T-E-W-A. Now those are a family group, sort of like Spanish, French.
Right by the entrance to the museum, they have on the side the Mural Room. Now in the original Kiva, the walls of the Kiva had up to 80 layers, and about half of them had paintings on them, one after another. And there was somebody in the area that figured out a solution to be able to peel off the layers and preserve them. So in this room, you can see several of the paintings that were peeled off the walls of the Kiva. They're well preserved for your viewing, and there's no photography allowed in there. So you're gonna have to see that one for yourself.
How come the stars come to shine when it's dark from so far away and show us where we are? What makes the sun go to sleep every night, and what's it dreaming of? I wonder.
If you want to visit inside the Kiva, you can only do that with a guided tour, and there are no photos allowed as the Kiva is very sacred. Now this is a reconstructed kiva on the original site the kiva was found, and the walls have been repainted by a local Native American artist.
When it's gray outside, it really makes me wonder. Yeah, it makes me wonder. It really makes me wonder. Ooh, I wonder.
So another great thing about this spot is all the picnic areas that there are here overlooking the river. We do see an eagle in the distance in one of those trees. I didn't have a good enough zoom lens to capture that, but it's a beautiful, peaceful place to come hang out for the afternoon with several different covered areas for picnicking. I've also seen quail and blue jays all in this area around the bird feeders. So if you're into bird watching, this is a great place to come. And road runners.